Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Stewart Middle School. I am here in the technology studio with my awesome 5th period 6th graders. We got Abby on the camera. We got Carter on director. Let's see how the audio sounds. He's going to unmute himself. He's going to check and see how the audio sounds. And let's geek. Can we get a thumbs up or thumbs down? Is it good or does it sound bad? How does it sound? Sounds good? Cool. Well, the first thing I'm going to tell you about today is what's going on over here on our 3D printer. This is our 3D printer. I named him Black Panther because we use Avengers names for all of our nice computers and equipment in the room. And wow, Black Panther is currently, he's about 3/4 of the way through printing off this really cool custom lightsaber. Neat. Let's switch this back into OBS Studio so that I can see the camera up on the big screen. But anyway, back to this lightsaber. One of my 7th grade students, Hayden, designed that in Tinkercad, and I think he's going to be so happy when this thing gets done printing in about 2 hours. It's going to be done in 2 hours. And then Hayden's going to be able to have his very own custom-made plastic lightsaber. Cool. Well, I want to show you some 3D printed objects because this is us talking about your future. If you decide to take technology class, this class, in 7th grade or in 8th grade, you will get to make cool 3D printed things like this. You kids are going to want to see this. Look at this. There's the White House. Continuing with our Washington, D.C. theme, I want to show you the Pentagon. Y'all don't miss this. Don't miss this. Look, it's the Pentagon. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to show you one more. These were printed by my 7th and 8th grade students, and these were all printed with the white filament. Filament is what you call the plastic that the 3D printer uses. This is a really cool model of Oracle Arena. Neat. I love it. So it's a big stadium, like a big NBA stadium. Cool. Let me show you some places closer to home. This is Gavin's mom's house. So he made the house that he lives in. Same thing with Riley. Riley made the house that he lives in. Look at that. That's the back view, and that's the front view. So the thing I like about 3D printing is you can print very realistic places, like the place you live in. Then you can also print things like lightsabers, and we can even go farther away from home. We can go to Egypt. Oh, it is a hat. Look at that. I love it. It's a pyramid hat. If I wanted to wear the Great Pyramids as a hat, that's how I would do it. Oh, wait, I almost forgot what goes along with it, which is the Sphinx. Look at that. So the Sphinx goes along with the pyramid, and I tried to get the color of filament that would be the closest to sand. This is kind of like a sand-colored filament. Let's see, closer to home, but I think this one is kind of something that we found on the internet, and we just wanted to recreate it. Maybe this came from my student's mind. I don't know. This is a log cabin, and if you look really closely, if you zoom in and look really closely, you can even see the individual logs in the log cabin, which is really cool to have that kind of detail. I love 3D printing. Maybe I'll just show you a couple more. This one is Leah's barn. So I think she has this barn on her property. And it didn't finish printing the roof. We ran out of filament, so it didn't finish printing the roof. But 3D printing is so cool. I'm going to go over here and show you a couple. 3D printing is so cool. I think it's really worth taking this class in 7th grade or in 8th grade if you're interested in learning 3D printing, because you can make your own pagoda. Look at that. This one is hard to make. I don't recommend these. These are so hard to make. But because they're so hard to make, they're really, really nice to have. I like to decorate my desk with the pagoda. And then I've got this one, which is the tallest tower in the world, except it's miniature, because it's a model. And this is the Burj Khalifa from Dubai. Wow. So some really cool 3D printed stuff. I really recommend taking this class if you like 3D printing.
It's more
Right, it's the shortest tower in the world right now. Tiny little people live in it. In fact, I had one of my TSA students make an Among Us guy. Like he had his little rocket pack and everything, and he's just really small. I want to get him to print me another copy of those. Anyway, speaking of TSA, look at this. If you are looking for something fun to do with your afternoons after school is over, you can join our club, the TSA Club. It's for technology students. You've probably heard of FFA. FFA is for agriculture students. TSA is for people who like Legos and rockets and drones and computers and 3D printers and lightsabers and stuff like that. The only thing is, we're pretty much over with TSA pretty soon. In about a week or two, TSA is going to be over. So really what you want to be doing is thinking about for the future, next year. If you want to join TSA, listen for that morning announcement, and then you're going to join TSA. Okay? I want to show you another reason why you might want to take this class in 7th grade next year. If you want to make race cars like this really cool dragster, did you see how fast it went? That was really fast. That was like 30 miles an hour. Now, I want to show you where the dragsters come from. How do we make these? Do we just buy them? No, we actually make them. Let me show you a video. Carter's going to switch it over. Let's hit the fade 300 millisecond button, and then we're going to show you this video I'm working on. Perfect. So right now, people are seeing the whole desktop of his computer. We're going to go into this Premiere program, that purple one right there. This is a video editing program. And if you've heard of Adobe Photoshop, this is the video editing version of kind of Photoshop. And let's hit the play button here. Yeah, hit that. I want to show you what some of the other dragsters look like. We have a little bit of lagginess. Sometimes the audio gets a little laggy on this part because it's really hard for our computer to do both live streaming and to play a video and do 4K video editing, and this is a 4K video. But anyway, look how cool those cars are. These are all cars that my 7th and 8th graders made this year, earlier this year. And they're really beautiful. They're works of art, custom, one-of-a-kind cars that begin as drawings on a computer. So I love this project because you get to learn how to do technical drawing on the computer. Then we print out on paper your pattern onto a block of wood, then we drill the axles. So you get to learn how to use power tools, and you get to work in our wood shop. And here's the scroll saw. The scroll saw is cutting out the car, and then we do a whole lot of sanding. So we do all this work, you know, hands-on work in the wood shop. We do a lot of hand sanding, but it all came from this design on the computer. Then we paint it, which is really where it starts to get really beautiful. Like, look how nice Aiden's dragster is right there. So we do several coats of spray paint, and then we race it. And they really do go 30 miles an hour across our cafeteria. Really fast. We have to show you, I'll show you the slow-mo version. That's the slow-mo version right there. Cool. All right, well, let's bring it back to the face cam. Let's do OBS Studio, and we'll bring it back to the face cam. So just to recap, go ahead and hit that fade button. Just to recap, if you are interested in making a CO2-powered dragster car, if you are interested in 3D printing, you want to take technology class. Okay, I think people got the sales pitch. You're probably tired of hearing about my sales pitch. You probably wish that you could hear some other voices and see some other faces other than me. So I'm going to get off the camera here in a minute. And when I do, we're going to have to switch over the microphone, and we'll bring on Allie.
Hello, I just want to thank Mr. Wyrick for letting us do all these cool things and letting us be on YouTube and make different things. Thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome, Allie. Thank you guys for being here. Somebody else want to come on and say something? Come on.
I'd like to shout out my YouTube channel, Outdoor Jesse 16, and I also like to shout out my brother Jacob. He also has a YouTube channel named Pie Shark, so go subscribe to him.
Hi everyone, I would I'd like to do a shout out to my mom and my sister for them always being there, and my dad. Bye.
Nice. Well, I just heard my phone alarm go off, which means we only have about 3 minutes left in class. So before we do the outro, does anybody else want to come in and say anything? Well, maybe it's time for the outro then. Let me get out of the way.
Thank you all so much for watching. And make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. See you next time.
Just